Hey gamers, if you like showing off your knowledge in trivia games, then you might want to check out Smartass. Let's take a look at how this game plays. In this game, players will take turns reading and answering various trivia cards. When you are the reader, you will roll the category die to determine what question you're going to ask, and then you'll start reading through the list of identifiers for that question, and other players will all be trying to guess the answer to that question. So you'll read them, and anybody can chime in at any point during the round to try and guess who it is in order to beat the other players. However, if you give a wrong answer, you aren't allowed to answer anymore, so make sure that you are not chiming in too quickly. Whoever answers the question correctly will get to roll the number die and move that many spaces. If nobody answers correctly, then the player who rolled the category die and read the question will roll instead. And then play would just continue around the table. If a player lands on a hard-ass space, they will be given a hard-ass question, which look a little bit different. They are more of a question answer rather than having all the different things listed out to read, and only the player that landed on that spot can answer that question, unlike the others. If someone lands on a dumbass space, then they are not allowed to read or answer the next question, so play would just pass over them. And if somebody lands on a kick-ass space, they will move backwards 3 spots. Play will just continue around the table, alternating who's reading and answering questions, and the first player to get to the end will be the winner. This is a pretty basic trivia game, and don't get me wrong, I do like trivia. There's a lot of variety in all the questions. There's big stacks for who, where, and what, and then there's also those hard-ass questions, which are definitely less frequent, so there are less of them, but they're a little bit of everything kind of from any category, so I do like that as well. It's really approachable, which I like. Definitely some of the questions would be harder for younger audiences, but I think that it is, rules-wise, very approachable for like just about anybody, which I like. I don't love, because the board is so small, I don't love that there are spaces that make you move back 3. I kind of wish the board was maybe just a little bit longer instead of that, or something to that effect. I hate having to move back. I also really don't like missing out on turns, especially because this one is fun, where it's not just, oh, somebody's asking a question to whoever's turn it is. Everybody gets a chance to answer all of the questions except those hard-ass questions, so having to land, if you accidentally land on one of the dumbass spaces and you can't answer the next question, that can be really frustrating and just is a little less fun for whoever unfortunately landed on that spot. So I think it's just a little bit, it feels a little bit mean sometimes, like that some players don't get to participate every round or again have to move back. But again, it is really light and it is really quick, so hopefully it doesn't feel too bad if that does happen to you. The die is a 1 to 4, so not a ton of variability, which is good. Yeah, it's not going to be a ton of people moving like 6 or 8 or 10 while somebody's moving 1. It's only 1 to 4, which is nice. But yeah, it's really approachable. If you like trivia, it's definitely got some variety in those cards, so it can be a lot of fun if you are somebody who likes these games. Like I said, I just wish it was a little bit less mean with the spots on the board. But you can check my full thoughts on the blog today to decide if this one's fair.